What on earth is going on with Chiesa? So one thing I can say is the nonsense on Twitter about him going out on loan is just that. Absolute nonsense from people who have been getting away with it for a long time, quite frankly. Look, I spoke with David Lynch about this earlier on. When I seen the article suggesting that Liverpool might loan Chiesa back to Serie A, it set alarm bells ringing in my mind for a couple of reasons. One, it wouldn't fix the problem that Chiesa has. And two, why would we? So let's look at it. Why would a player who is struggling to get up to the intensity of the Premier League be served better by going back on loan to a slower paced league? It doesn't make any sense. So whoever it is that's making this stuff up, please stop, because that's all it is bullshit and waffle. And these are at times people who profess to be Liverpool fans undermining their own club with this shit. There's no way Chiesa's going out on loan to Serie A in January because he's just not fit. That's the problem with him at the minute. And he didn't have a pre-season with Juventus. And Arne Slot has come in and he arrived at Liverpool late, as in Chiesa. And unfortunately, as he stepped up his intensity, it's catching up with him a little bit. It is what it is. To see him being written off as well by people as a crock and another Thiago, I do question at times if some of the people who profess to be Liverpool fans are actually Liverpool fans. So over the past month, as a football club, and as a fan myself, I've sat here doing watchalongs and actually had to listen to people moaning at us winning games of football. It's boring. The manager's not making the subs at the right time. This, that, the other. We've won 11 out of 12 games. If that isn't enough to make you happy, give up. Because I'll take winning 11 out of 12 games, not being at our best, than playing great football and conceding sloppy goals and ending up with a draw. I think people just need to understand that we're in a good place right now. And Arne Slot's doing a really good job right now. And the camp looks like it has some unity in it. So let's not be allowing this outside noise from Colombian journalists or anybody else to destabilise what has been nothing short of a phenomenal start from Arne Slot as Liverpool coach. Records falling left, right and centre. 11 wins from 12. First Liverpool manager ever to do that. First 6 away wins in a row as Liverpool manager for his first 6 games. First time to do that. It's madness. And the way some people are shitting on about it, you'd swear we'd been hammered. For me, it's all about winning. I've said this many times. I've said it when I've called out the owners. It's about winning. That's what football is. You can talk about the fine details and the flashy stuff as well, but football is ultimately about winning. Winning breeds winning. Winning's a great habit, and Arne's finding ways to get results. And I, as a Liverpool fan, am eternally grateful for that. Why we recruited Chiesa, he's an attacker, why not use him? He's just not fit yet, mate. That's the only problem with it. And again, it's to be expected. So he came in, as we know, he'd no pre-season with Juventus whatsoever. Didn't get any minutes, was overlooked, came into Liverpool, and then he's having a bit of a reaction as he steps up the intensity of playing in the English league and playing at the pace that we play at the intensity that we play at, defending from the front like we like to do. And it's going to take him a few months. If we're going to judge him, let's judge him at the end of the campaign when we've seen him at his full fitness. But right now, yeah, it's frustrating because we're all excited. You seen how excited Federico was to join the club. We had a great little start with him as well. It's just unfortunate at the minute. We're all disappointed not to be seeing him, but sometimes it is about short-term pain for long-term gain. And as Arne Slot said, he signed a long-term contract, so, let's not be judging him here now in the first couple of months. People are just ungrateful, be happy. Exactly. We're winning. So I agree with you, Ifty, and thank you. Yeah, winning is winning. Like, I'll happily have conversations about what we can do better when we're winning. But, if we were losing, I'd understand people being a bit upset. Like, people calling Arne Slot's style of football boring. I tell you what, not conceding goals isn't boring to me. Watching that defensive line being a thing of beauty isn't boring to me. New players, we got into the first team when they're ready and up to spec. Until then, they played the speed of the team on the shanks of the manager. Yes, exactly, Dave. We've seen, even under Kloppo, Robertson took a long time before Klopp put him in. Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain took a long time before Kloppo put him in. And Chiesa, we're just going to have to be patient with because he might take a little bit longer to get up to speed. Judge him over the course of his time at the club, not over the course of a couple of months when he's coming in off the back of very little football. Brad said, Craig, why is everybody overreacting to Chiesa missing? Like Slot said, it's not an injury, he didn't have a pre-season. I think it's just a lot of people seem to like to moan this year. And I'm not just speaking about Liverpool fans. In general, the world just seems to be an angry place at the minute where a lot of people try to find anything to piss and moan about. And some people are just unrealistic in their expectation. You know, you sign a player for 12 million euro, about 10 million quid, who obviously has had an injury track record and has had no football for quite a while, and expect him to come in and be a 150 million quid player. It's just unrealistic. So I don't know why some people are that way, but it just does feel like this season there's just a bit of a slimy, nasty undercurrent that I don't like. Yeah, so Calcio Mercado, who are out of Italy, said Liverpool could allow Federico Chiesa to depart on loan in January if he continues to struggle with injuries at Anfield, with AC Milan, Inter and Roma all touted as possible destinations. Yeah, cool story, but not based in reality. He's not going to be going out on loan in January, let alone to a league that is part of the problem, because that league's intensity is obviously less than ours, and he's struggling to get up to the intensity of English football, so it would make no sense to send him out on loan to Italy. Didn't Slot say Chiesa isn't injured, he's just not fit enough? Absolutely spot on, Morton. What he said was the intensity has caused a few little bits of setbacks with regards to I guess muscle strains, fatigue and stuff like that, because he had no pre-season with Juventus either. So yeah, it isn't an injury as such, it's more a case of fitness and recovery and stuff like that just not being where it needs to be.